Hello everyone. My name is Sham Guru, and today's date is 27 October. And today's video topic is OOPS concept in Java. Let we discuss OOPS. What is mean by OOPS? OOPS means object oriented. Entire Java programming language depended upon OOPS. OOPS concept is a main part of Java programming language. It's depended upon class, objects, and classes and objects and methods. We can discuss one by one what is meant by OOPS. First one in this we will about basics of OOPS is predefined that provides many concepts such as inheritance, data building, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulations. That are the basic concept of OOPS. We can first discuss first point of OOPS concept is similar. It is considered the first object-oriented programming language. The programming is paradigm where everything represented as object known as a truly object-oriented programming language. And simul talk, it is considered to the first object-oriented programming language. That is a popular object-oriented programming language in Java, C#, PHP, and Python. We can let discuss about object. What is meant by object? Object means a real world entity such as a property, character, table, and computer. Object means normally we can take human. Human can object. For example, human is they can complete any task like writing, reading, watching, or running. That means real world, and that are the entity of a human. And next one what is programming? It is a methodology of paradigm to design the programming using classes and software development and methods provider concept. And we can discuss about the object class. Class means it is the collection of object. It is called as a class. It is a logical entity. Classes can also be defined as a blueprint from which can created individual consume any space. And next one is a inheritance. When one object acquire all the properties of a behavior of a parent object, it is known as provider code reusable is used to achieve runtime polymorphism. What is meant by inheritance? Inheritance, for example of inheritance, properties of a parent, we automatically consume a child. Like we can take any program of addition of two number. We can take one addition of program one class. We can consume another class. That means inheritance. And next one is polymorphism. If one task is performed in different ways, it is known as polymorphism. That means we can any task perform in another way or a different way. That means polymorphism. For example, consume a customer different. For example, to convince the customer differently to draw something. For example, shapes, triangle, and rectangle. In Java, using method overriding and method overloading achieve the polymorphism. Another example of polymorphism, can we space something? Example for a cat speaks, mouse speaks, dogs breaks, and wolf. And third one is abstraction. Abstraction, it is handling inheritance internal details and showing functionality. It is known as abstraction, for example known as internal processing. And internal processing in Java use abstraction class, it interface achieve abstraction. And last one is a encapsulation. Encapsulation is a warping code and data together into the single unit are known as encapsulation. For example, a capsule, it is a wrapper with different medicals. A Java class example of a encapsulation. Java bean is fully encapsulated class basic data members provide here. Part of encapsulation is a capsuling. Capsuling is a refer to knowledge information dependent on other class. It is a pair of each other. If class has the details information, there are we can provide protect public modifier to display visible level. Class can interface for a coupling because that is a correct implementation. And next one is a association. Association represented the relationship between object. Here one object can be objected or may object. They can four types of association between object: one to one and one to many, and many to one and many to many. We can let's understand a relationship with real time example. For example, one country minister and the prime minister can label many minister. And one to many, have one prime minister and many to one. And many minister can have many department. And next one is aggregation. Aggregation is a way of achieve association. Aggregation represented the relationship contain other object as a part of a state represented the weak relationship between the terminated has a relationship. Java like inheritance represented the relationship of a residue object. And next one is a composition. The composition is also way to achieve association to composition represented that the object contain other object part of a state that is strong relationship between object and they depended upon object. It is the state where containing the object or do not existing. If you delete the parent object, all the child object will deleted automatically. And we can discuss about the advantage and disadvantages of OOPS. OOPS make a development maintain the easier where we can produce our language. It is not easy to manage to code grow as a project protected size increase. OOPS provide the handling where we can produce the oriented programming language and association anywhere. It is a matter of time.